If you are in Antigua, this should be on your bucket list. The tour started off by being picked up by our tour guide, Oscar Calderon. He was prompt and arrived on time. After our introductions, we left for an approximately 3-hour drive to Lake Atitlán. Although the drive was long, we had an excellent tour by Oscar that the time flew by very fast. Oscar is an extremely intellectual person and gave us the insights of Guatemala history. He spoke perfect English and is extremely very knowledgeable in the Mayan history and culture. As we drove by, we given details about the nearby people as the styles of clothing worn by females. Attention to detail was given in this tour. We then stopped off at a nearby restaurant place called Cataking. This place reminded me of a place in the mountains and had a rustic feel. Traditional dress was worn by the females inside, and the place had a very good mountainous feel to it. The restaurant was very clean and the food looked amazing. However, it was a pit stop and we continued with our adventure to the lake. On the way, we made another stop at an aerial view where we could see an additional view of the lake. Thereafter, we made our final visit to the lake where we took a boat to San Juan. From there we visited several stops at nearby vendors and highlights of the area. We went to a place where they showed us how the people there make handmade scarves and other items by hand. Afterwards, we learned how to make chocolate as well as primitive medicine from descendants of the Mayan people. This trip did not disappoint as we were constantly involved, as Oscar shared his expertise on the Mayan culture and how it has evolved into the future of Guatemala. Thereafter, we took a boat back to where we had an excellent lunch and then back to Antigua. Overall, if you want to experience a memorable tour, I highly recommend this company and definitely recommend Oscar Calderon as your guide. He is very personable and your tour will end with a truly remarkable experience. It was an excellent tour that I thought we wouldn't be able to do due to the road blockades in the country. They picked me up very early and we arrived in San Lucas Toliman at 7:30. From there, we took a boat across the beautiful Lake Atitlán with our driver and guide, Gustavo, who explained everything in both English and Spanish. Andy, a Scotsman who has lived in South Africa for 27 years, was also with us. We visited the towns of Santiago de Atitlán on Market Day and also on Mass Day, where we witnessed the syncretism of this Mayan community. We also went to San Juan de la Laguna, where we enjoyed a delicious cappuccino. We had lunch in Panajachel at Don Rodrigo's Inn, on a wonderful terrace overlooking the lake. We stayed there that night and the next day we left for Antigua and Guatemala City. An excellent experience thanks to Guatemalan adventure. It was a wonderful experience visiting Lake Atitlán and the town of San Juan La Laguna. We went to a women's textile cooperative and were shown the incredible work they do in extracting cotton, spinning, dyeing, and weaving on looms. We greatly appreciated the attention of our guide, Julio. His knowledge and the quality of his service were evident throughout the tour. They picked us up and dropped us off at the hotel, just as scheduled. We would definitely book with this company again. My husband and I really enjoyed this tour with Oscar Calderon. He is full of knowledge and really loves the Mayan culture. We loved that he kept giving us history on the Mayan culture along the way, so it made the ride to and from Lake Atitlán short. He took us to shops where we learned about chocolate making, natural medicine, and the weaving process. We ate a nice lunch at a good restaurant in Panajachel too. I highly recommend this tour.